This is The White Raven. The show ended decades ago, but the audience never left. Every actor knows the old superstition: never whistle on an empty stage, because if the theater has been abandoned, something backstage may think the performance is beginning again. The Grand Marlowe Theater had once been the pride of Blackwood City. Its velvet curtains, crystal chandeliers, and sold out performances drew audiences from across the country. Then, on opening night of a mysterious play called The Last Act, disaster struck. In the middle of the final scene, every actor disappeared. The audience fled in terror. When police arrived, the stage was empty. The play was never performed again. The theater closed its doors forever. Film historian Claire Morgan unlocked the rusted entrance. She was documenting forgotten theaters for a new television series. With her were photographer Ian Brooks and sound engineer Lina Ortiz. The building had been abandoned for nearly 50 years. Yet, a single spotlight shone through the broken roof. Claire checked her watch. 7:59 p.m. She smiled. Let's make this week quick. The lobby doors slammed shut. The antique chandelier flickered to life. Then the orchestra began to play. Lina whispered, "Where's the music coming from?" No speakers, no musicians, only the haunting melody of a forgotten performance. The stage curtain slowly opened. The theater was empty, or so it seemed. Ian raised his camera. Through the lens, every seat was occupied. Hundreds of silent spectators stared at the stage. None of them blinked. When Ian lowered the camera, the seats were empty again. A voice echoed from backstage. "Places, everyone." Dust rose as footsteps crossed the wooden stage. Invisible actors took their positions. The script had begun. Claire found an old program. Its title read The Last Act. Cast list: every actor's name had faded, except one: Claire Morgan. She laughed nervously. Very funny. The dressing room mirrors suddenly illuminated, one by one. In every reflection, Claire wore elaborate stage makeup, a crimson costume, and around her neck, a black pendant shaped like the eye. The reflection smiled. Claire didn't. The dressing room door slammed shut. Someone whispered behind her, "You're late for your entrance." Outside, Ian and Lina searched desperately. Every hallway now led back to the stage. Every exit opened into the auditorium. The orchestra grew louder. The audience slowly began applauding, not wildly, patiently, waiting. Claire found a leather-bound script lying center stage. The final page was blank until words slowly appeared. Act 3. The door opens. Spotlight followed her wherever she moved. She stepped out of it. It moved with her. The audience stood as one. They applauded. Then they stopped. Instantly, a tall man emerged from the wings. He wore a black tuxedo. His face was hidden behind an ancient porcelain mask. He bowed gracefully. I am the director. Claire asked, what's this place? The director smiled beneath the mask. It is where forgotten stories wait until someone performs them. He raised his hand. The stage floor split apart. Far below, the black door came into view. Only inches remained before it opened completely. The eye looked upward, watching the stage, watching the audience, watching Claire. The director extended the script. Read your final line. Claire looked down. The words had changed. Open the door. She threw the script into an old stage lantern. Flames erupted. The curtains caught fire. Smoke filled the theater. The audience screamed, not in fear, in anger. The director removed his porcelain mask. Beneath it, his face shifted constantly. The teacher, the doctor, the hotel manager, the lighthouse keeper, the priest, every servant of the Black Door. You cannot cancel the final performance. The ceiling collapsed. Claire, Ian, and Lena escaped through a broken side entrance as the Grand Marlowe Theater disappeared behind a wall of flames. Firefighters arrived minutes later. The fire had burned itself out. Nothing remained. Only the empty foundation and a single untouched theater seat. Seat 13. Weeks later, Claire developed her photographs. Every image was blank, except one. The final photograph showed a full audience. Every ghost stared directly at the camera. One seat remained empty. In the front row, a brass plaque read, reserved for the final witness. Beneath the ashes of the theater, the black door stands almost completely open. Only a single chain still holds it closed. The chain begins to crack. A deep metallic voice echoes from the darkness. Two locks remain. Then, sounds of prison bars slamming shut echoes through the void. Someone begins counting. 9, 8, 7. Rain falls over an abandoned prison. A rusted guard tower stands against the night sky. Without warning, the prison siren blares. Cell doors slam shut one by one. Inside cell block 9, a single light flickers on. A prisoner steps toward the bars. His face remains hidden in darkness. He grips the iron bars and whispers, "I've been waiting for the key." A key slowly slides across the prison floor by itself. The eye symbol is carved into its handle. The light goes out. The screen fades to black. Well, so the iron door is almost completely open. Every servant is practically there. Let's see what happens. Thank you for listening. This was White Raven. If you like the story, subscribe to the channel, hit the like and notification buttons, share it with someone you think might also enjoy it, leave a comment. We'd love to hear about you. If you have a story and you would like it narrated here, send it to thewhiteravenstories@gmail.com. This was the White Raven. Till next time.